So guys, we're back again. Welcome to Formula for Speed. I am your host, Chad. This is my lovely co-host, Babyface.
That sounded painful to you.
Yeah. This was a tough one, Babyface. This was a tough one, guys.
Tell us how you feel about Renault engines. Please do share. Because, up until now, Babyface always so tough on Renault. She's hating on Renault.
I didn't say you were hating. I said you're tough one.
She always tough on Renault. There she goes. Shots fired. So, do share. How do you feel about Renault powering McLaren's Formula One cars? And if memory doesn't completely betray me, Lando Norris, who races for your McLarens, has an excellent race. He does everything right. The kid does everything right. We get to the last lap. I mean, we could have walked the rest of the track to the checkered flag. We really could have. And his engine dies. It just is dead. And it reminded me of when Red Bull used Renault engines and Danny Rick would be left stranded because the engine would die. Verstappen would be left stranded. And they would get on the team radio and go, "This engine is trash." Heavily paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So babe, please, take the floor and tell us how you, as a die-hard McLaren fan, feel about Renault.
I'm gonna tell you. Guys, you saw the race. Yeah, that intro was tough. Cause, I'm gonna be honest with you, when we're on the last lap, I'm like, man, this is, for Lando, this will be the best finish of his career. I just knew. We're there. We got it. Then all of a sudden, I didn't see him. I was like, whoa. All right, maybe the cameras didn't pick him up. Maybe it's a mistake. No. Engine failure. Last lap. When I first saw it, I was speechless. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not real life. This can't be happening. The last lap. Like, okay, if you die 10 laps in, alright, I'm not happy, but alright. The last lap. The kid was on the last lap. Final lap. I saw it flat. Final. Let's start the race. I can't even. I don't want to talk about it.
For everyone wondering if that's it, that was not it. In real life, he got up
Ferrari
and
their pace with a race win today.
Yes, that's true.
away. He just got up and walked away. And then he returned eventually to finish the race.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, can you imagine? So that's an happened to Mercedes. They don't,
Because we don't use Renault engines. It happened to Red Bull. They can tell you something about that.
It did. But, I mean, the last lap, come on. It would have been the best finish of his career. I mean, he was there. Right there. But it's okay. It happens. So, let's just get on with it. We're going to review it. We're going to watch it. We're going to just run back a quick review, and we're going to go over it, babyface. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. I mean, I can't even... See, this race, Ferrari... Now, this is coming back from summer break, right? Before I get too deep into it, rest in peace to Antoine Hubert. It was a tough weekend overall. I know, we mentioned engine failure on the last lap for McLaren, but That was a good kid. Formula 2 driver. He was a good kid, good driver. Friend of, many of the younger guys on the circuit. George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Leclerc, just name a few. Lando, of course. It's a tough weekend. So, heavy hearts. Yeah. I know a lot of guys probably didn't really want to race this weekend after that happened, but they went out there and they did what they had to do. Ferrari locked out the front 2 rows. They came back from summer break they look good on this track, should I say. It's like they fixed some issues they had. So, we'll see. Tough race. A friend of Max as well, if I didn't mention that. So, tough race. But, yeah, man, it was just a tough week to watch it. I mean, it was just tough, babyface. It was the poor kid, Antoine, and I watched Formula 2 as well. So, I mean, it was tough. But, of course, first lap, you had fireworks, yellow flag. Guys are running wide. So, from there, I knew this was going to be a good race. Good race. And they're racing hard. Despite what happened, they're still racing hard. I think they're leaving it all out there. So, of course, Ferrari is in the lead. Vettel is running second. Looking at the pace they had, babyface, and I'm sure you all noticed this, Ferrari is running well. But here's what bothered me. Lap 1, Max is out.
Oh my God,
Max crashes.
Yeah. It was
that was tough.
And he was gone. Just gone.
So, he was in the blind spot of, I believe, Kimi. I believe he was in the blind spot of Kimi Räikkönen. And Kimi didn't, I don't think Kimi saw him.
I don't think so either. I think this was Max's fault.
Yeah, I'm just watching it. I mean, they started, man, this was a good start. Guys, if you saw this race, you saw this was a good start. Yeah, it's I don't think Kimi didn't see him, for one. Just be honest with you. Kimi didn't see him. And I think from Max's perspective, he thought he had a lot more room than what he actually did. But when you're going that fast, I mean, they have the camera on his car now. So look, I'm looking now. I mean, to be honest with you, I think a lot of guys would have went for that move. I'm not saying it was the right move, guys. I'm not saying it was the right move. But I think from his vantage point, he had a lot more room than what he did. And from there, it was just all bad. I mean, then he got hit again. So he went right into the wall. But Lando normally loses a lot of places on the start. I will be happy at the beginning. He was sitting behind the accident with Kimi and Verstappen. And he made up a lot of places. Yep, babyface, he made up a lot of places. So, would you say that was Max's fault?
When I saw it, I was like, that was his fault. Could you say it was a racing incident?
And I was just saying he's not crashed out.
I just said he got rehabilitated.
Yeah. I mean, but that happens. Will I say that from his vantage point, it looked like he had a lot more room than what he did. And they're replaying in slow motion. So, that's tough. Kimi had the line. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough one. Guys, let me know in the comments what you thought about that. Is that Max's fault or is that a race incident? Who would you put that on? Or would you put it on no one? Would you just say it was a racing incident? Just let us know what you think in the comments on that one. That was a tough one, though. That was a tough one. Danny Rick had a decent start. Oh, then he got hit, unluckily. Oh, he was about to make up a lot of places, Danny Rick was on that start, guys. If you go back and watch that, he was about to make up a lot of places, and he just got unlucky and got hit from behind. Kimi was in the pits. He was trying to get his wing fixed. He was in there for forever. So, yeah, everybody's going in to get Carlos Sainz went in. This is where I wasn't upset per se, guys, but she'll tell you. Carlos Sainz went into the pits. I can't even talk right. That's how I'm trying to hold back the frustration. Sainz went into the pits. The car stalled. Guys, the car stalled. Couldn't get started again. He's out. It's done. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let that ruin. I was already not feeling the race because of what happened with Antoine. So I said, I'll try to find some medium where I can be happy. Happy medium, whatever. Norris, right now, is running 5th. Lap 5, he's running 5th. I'm like, all right, that's a bright spot, right?
Yeah.
Bright spot. Cool. We're going to run with it. Normal Mercedes. I mean, normal top 6. Or top 4 at least. Again, Leclerc and Vettel looked strong all through practices, all through qualifying. It's like whatever was wrong with the car before, this track, they came back and were ready after summer break. So they looked good. Yeah, looked real good. Lando running 5th. Guess who's running 6th? Guess, babyface. Lap 5 of 44. Before you guess. Wild guess.
Grosjean. Because you brought it up. You brought it up. It had to be either a McLaren or it had to be Grosjean.
Grosjean. That was a lucky guess, but Grosjean.
Well, you gave that away.
Whatever. Grosjean. Magnussen's running 7th. After that, it's, those Renaults, man. And when I saw that, I immediately thought, okay, so the 2 Renaults may have issues. Lando's running strong, so maybe his engine is good. I'm thinking, I don't know. But I just got that out of my mind. Guys, I said, you know what? I think we're okay. So I say, babyface, I said, I think we're okay. I'm watching Lewis make gains on the 2 Ferraris, and I think, Vettel began to block a little bit, I think, which was smart. I think Vettel began to block a little bit. Block Hamilton at least. And guys, I noticed that when I realized Vettel had pace, but he didn't have the pace of Leclerc, I said, they better use Vettel to block the Mercedes. Both of them. And it worked. It was working. That's what they were doing, essentially. Letting Leclerc get out there and get a nice lead, build a lead, and it was going as planned, So far, Leclerc ran a little wide, missed the chicane, had to go off the course. But so far, outside of Sainz retiring, so far not too bad. I'm thinking, okay, we still got a chance. My McLaren boys still have a chance. Man, good start. Again, good start. Gasly's running 9th. Man, but the Haases, though, they're running really... So I guess...
I don't know if they fixed their arrow.
They probably did, because they're running... It's pretty much... Haas is probably running the older Ferrari car from last year. That's normally what the B teams will do a lot. May run the arrow from the year before from the A team. But, if not, they try to figure it out. But, Haas went away. Yep, Haas went away, and I think they figured it out. Because they've not looked this good since like the first 2 weeks, maybe 3 of the season. So they've not looked this good in a while. So I was like, okay, Ferrari and their B team, their B teams figure some things out. I was looking for, where was Raikkonen and Giovinazzi running? Because they run Ferrari engines as well. So they got the same package. Let me see where they're running at this point in the race. Yeah, so Giovinazzi, he's doing decent. They're not doing so well. I mean, not the greatest. 12th and 16th, so Giovinazzi's 12th, and Kimi is 15th at this point. It's lap 10. So still, but Hamilton is making gains on Vettel. Less than a second down. Less than a second down. So Vettel, I think, slowed down to slow Hamilton down. If that makes... That's what...
Yeah.
That was my take on it. I felt like he slowed down to slow the two Mercedes down. How did you feel? Did you... Because I won't say he didn't have the pace, because in qualifying, they both... I mean, they look good. So I was like, why not just slow him down to slow the Mercedes? What did you think? Guys, let me know in the comments what you thought about that.
I agree, because he ended up costing Hamilton valuable time.
He did. I felt he did. I felt he did. That's what I thought. I mean, yep, that's what I thought. So Pierre Gasly, it's like the pressure's off him, so he's back to. He's running like he's passing people. He's not overthinking. It's like the pressure's off him, guys. So, he's back on the B team. He's back on the B team. He's back on the Toro Rosso team. Albon got promoted. So this is Albon's a strong racer. Strong driver. He was strong in Formula 2. The kid was good in Formula 2.
Yeah.
So this is a good move for Red Bull. They got a much more... It's like the pressure's on Albon, but he handles it better. The talent is there for Gasly. He just doesn't handle it. He overthinks when it's pressure time. He overthinks it and takes him right out of the game. Albon just goes for it. He's all right, I know it's pressure, but I'm going to go for it. They told me to, I'll do it. So, and it shows in his driving. It's a clear difference in the way these two drive the same car. So it's kind of like the theory of how do you perform when the big lights are on. One performs, the other one kind of iffy. So, I think it was a good move for Red Bull to switch it up. I kind of wish they would have waited a little longer, but I don't think they had a choice. I think for them, they were just seeing which driver would work long term for Max. I think that's what they were doing. So right now, Albon's working. This is his first race, but they're already seeing, and the commentators are already even stating, hey, we see things in him that in one race he's done that Gasly's not done in all season being there. So up to this point. So up to the last race, should I say. So Vettel has a very good pit stop, babyface. 2.5 seconds. It's a very good pit stop for Ferrari, babyface.
It is very good.
Very good. So
wish they could repeat that forever.
You don't wish they could repeat that. You don't like Ferrari, so you don't want them to have good pit stops.
But I also don't want them to embarrass themselves every flipping race with a 5 second, 6 second pit stop.
I get it. Wow. It's some good racing. Midfield is some good racing. So, I'm looking. Danny Rick is running strong right now. Stronger. He's ninth.
Yeah.
Stronger. He's ninth. Pierre Gasly. It's like, he did not do this in the other Red Bull car. Guys, he did this last year with Toro Rosso. And it's like, when the weight of the world's not on him, he goes out there and drives like he knows how. And he's doing it again in this car, Toro Rosso car. So it looks like, like 21 of 44. Looks like Kvyat is, he's trailing Lando, so he's coming for him. But I was still confident. I was like, Lando can hold him off. He can defend. He can get away. He'll be fine. And I'm still optimistic at this point, babyface. I'm optimistic for McLaren. You all let me know. When you saw Carlos Sainz, when you saw his engine die, did you think it was going to happen to, first of all, the other two Renaults? Second of all, how long did you think Norris was going to last? Or did you think he was not going to last that long? Or at what point did you think he was going to die versus not? Did you think he was going to finish the race? Let us know in the comments what you think. I was hopeful, babyface. I was hopeful. I said, you know what? I think we got it. This is our race. We're going to do well. We got it. Hamilton just came in lap 23, 3.6 second pit stop. It's not the best, but that's okay. I don't ever worry about Mercedes and their strategy. I just don't, because they'll have a 5 second pit stop and still, it's kind of like, I was just joking her. Like, if one of them run wide, you'll hear Lewis or Bottas. They don't call him like everyone else most of the time. They're not like, oh, this idiot ran me wide. They're like, yeah, it was run wide and he didn't lend me a car length. So it's like they have another strategy for that exact moment. Like, if they don't leave you a car length and you run wide, here's strategy 22.5.C. It's like, that's how they operate. And I'm like, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy to watch. It's a pleasure to watch a little bit, I guess. So at this point, lap 26, Hamilton just set the fastest lap time. And I'm like, okay, all right, so the Ferraris are working well together. Going as planned for Ferrari. Not surprised. After I saw the qualifying and the practices, I said, you know what? It's going to be a good weekend for Ferrari, I think. Which is kind of a given. I mean, look how they're running. Again, Vettel lets Leclerc through lap 27. Vettel has a job to do. Hold up the Mercedes. Because Hamilton just got the fastest lap, so they're coming. They are coming. So it's it's gonna come down to the wire with these guys. It's gonna come down to the wire. Again, Lando's running 5th, still there. Now, Kvyat, I think he pitted. That's why he's running 13th because he was just on Lando. Seems like not too long ago. So Giovinazzi's now there, right behind Lando. Danny Rick's running 7th. So that's when I got very optimistic. I said, oh man, we're gonna be just a freak accident with Carlos Sainz. We're gonna be good. Cause not only is Lando running strong, Ricciardo's running strong. So I'm thinking we're good, babyface.
Yeah, I think most of us did.
No, I don't think you did. I don't think you did. I gotta be honest. I don't think you did.
I wasn't worried about Lando Norris at all.
You thought he was going to finish the race?
Yeah, I had no reason to think. When was another race?
So after Carlos Sainz, so when Sainz' engine died,
yeah,
what did you immediately think about the other 3 cars running that Renault engine?
I didn't. When I saw his car die, I was like, "That's a Renault engine for you." And then I watched the rest of the race, but Lando Norris was not top of mind for me. You were really excited and geeked over him doing so well. I was like, okay. Good, young kid, he's actually gonna place amazingly this weekend.
Fair enough.
I was shocked. I just didn't want to say anything because you were so mad.
It's hot, man. I was hot. I was salty. I was. I mean, you guys would have been salty too if you saw that. Mind you, now, Lewis Hamilton is right. This is lap 32 of 44. He's right on Vettel's back, and I think now he has DRS. He's about to pass him. He did his job. In my opinion, Vettel did his job. Held up Mercedes long enough to give Leclerc some breathing room. And at that point, Vettel's probably like, look, now it's on you. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do your job. So I think Vettel stuck to plan. To me, in this race, he stuck to the plan. He held the Mercedes up. That's my opinion. What do you all think? In the comments, let me know, please. What did you think about that? Do you think Vettel did his job? I know some of you probably will think he just didn't have pace and so he changed strategy mid-race. I don't think that was... I just think he, for multiple reasons. It was good for Leclerc to be winning the race. His friend just died. So I think it helped boost morale.
Yeah.
Leclerc at this point had never won a Grand Prix. Though he should have. From early in the season, but he didn't. So this was good for him. This was good for him so far to be leading at this point. 10 laps to go. And again, I'm feeling confident because I'm like, man, Danny Rick still running strong, only behind Perez. So you're about to have 2 Renault engine cars going at it. I'm feeling good. Albon's running 9th. Okay, so now Danny Rick just got passed. He just got overtaken by Kvyat, which is okay. Honda engines have more power. I get it. But even still, I was confident. I said, no, we should still be okay. Still surprised Verstappen was out on the first lap.
Yeah, that was shocking. It was.
I think that was shocking for everybody. I bet you guys were shocked too. Guys, let us know. I'm pretty sure you had to be shocked because I didn't see that happen in the first lap. But it happens. It happens. Man. I'm still confident at this point, babyface. I'm telling you, I'm feeling good. I'm like, man, I got my hat. I'm ready. Now, Vettel's, I believe he's running the fastest lap. So not only is he doing his job, I think he's going for the fastest lap at this point. Tire change, 42 or 44, fastest lap. It's about to happen. Guys, it's about to happen. Now, mind you, I didn't realize this was going to happen. I'm watching the race. I'm thinking, okay, we're about to see a showdown between Leclerc and Hamilton on the last lap. And Hamilton has had a showdown the last race before summer break with Verstappen. Good. It was good. I loved it. These two are about to go at it. Hamilton, another young gun. Future of Formula One babyface. So, You guys, I was excited. I was like, this is what you want to see. This is what the fans really want to see. The top guys getting into it. Going wheel to wheel, overtaking, everything. That's what you want to see. So, we're about to get a treat. And Hamilton at this point, lap 42, he's lapping faster. He's lapping much faster than Leclerc. And I was happy to see it. Lap 43. Babyface.
Yes.
Hamilton's running well. Yep. This was tough. This was tough to watch. I almost couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I'm just like, Lando is there. He's right there. He's right there. He has raced the most solid I've seen him race ever. Yeah, it's just tough. It's hard for me to watch this again. Yep, and I think this is the point. Yep, this is the final lap. Final lap, babyface.
And Lando Norris's engine dies.
You gotta be kidding. Right now, I'm just like, this is. Yep, his engine's already dead at this point. I don't even know what you say. And then, when I realized that happened, it was tough for me to even pay back attention to the front two, which was Hamilton gaining on Leclerc. They're about to have another showdown. Then Giovinazzi has a scary crash, by the way. I was worried about him. I was hoping he was okay, but he crashed on the last lap.
Yeah.
Which everybody was pleased to hear he was okay. Yellow flags out. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I couldn't believe it. Because when you look you're looking and you're like, wait, what? I was like, what? No. Lando's just dropping. Like, he's just... I'm like, no, this is not happening. Nah, no. Nope. It was, the good thing was, Leclerc won the race. Charles Leclerc won the race. Hamilton second, Bottas third. I was, of course, happy for Charles.
Yeah, his first race. The weekend when one of his friends lost his life to the very sport that, they're all participating in.
Yeah.
It was a sad weekend.
It was tough.
But it was also nice to see Charles Leclerc winning.
Then they replay Lando as he's coming to the just everything's dead. Everything. What do you even say to that kid? Because if I'm him, guys, I just walk back to the garage, probably keep my helmet on. I don't say much to anybody. I'm just going back and go to sleep. I'm probably not going to be hungry. My friend, seriously, tough weekend.
Yeah.
Last lap, you want to do well for your friend in memory of your friend, and your engine dies. I mean, I can see if it happened from a racing incident, you're racing hard like Max. Your engine dies.
Yeah.
Probably, it would be hard pressed for me not to walk past Cyril and say, hey man, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
You have a whole lot of work to do. Because this is terrible. But again, good race. Good win for Charles and the rest of the young guys who did well this race. Guys, let me know in the comments. What did you think about this race? I mean, I know it was tough for you all to watch, I'm sure. Anybody who may watch this race who may be related to him from any aspect, my condolences, of course. But this was a tough race for me to watch because, again, I was a fan of him. He was a good young kid. He was coming up in Formula 2. I was looking forward to seeing him in Formula 1 one day.
Yeah.
Then engine failures. Max is out. This was I was tired of this week. I was like, you know what? Just act like this and we just watch it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait. Any final thoughts, Babyface, on?
No. Definitely echo your sentiments. Condolences to the family and friends of that young life and the young talent that we lost.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what it must have felt like for the drivers on the grid to just carry on and do their jobs and try to put on a good race for the fans.
Right.
In spite of what had just happened. So yeah, it was just overall a really heavy weekend. It's also difficult to watch and try to really enjoy it and get into it because something so tragic had just happened. We hadn't had that in quite a while. We had a really good couple of years there where we didn't lose anybody. But at the end of the day, this is a dangerous sport. And it's a sport that though we enjoy and we're passionate about,
right.
At the same token, we're very grateful that these guys get out there every weekend and put on their best, and the teams for keeping everybody safe. So
yeah,
it was just heavy all around. And like Charles Leclerc said when he won, you know, it's difficult to enjoy that. It's even difficult to really be geeked and excited about it. I would have thought that I was going to be like jumping for joy, throwing half a party when Charles Leclerc finally won his first.
I felt bad for him to win on the weekend. Like, I was happy that he won, but it was just so tough.
It is tough, but at the same token, it'll hopefully turn in the future into a sweet memory of, right. I did this for my friend. I did this in the memory of my friend, and I did him proud.
Right.
But yeah, let us know. Let us know what you thought about Charles's first win, Max crashing in lap 1, and honestly, what are your thoughts on this Renault engine dying, McLaren being being now the victim of what Red Bull was suffering last season?
You know, part of me wanted to think. You know, part of me thought, is Renault embarrassed because we're outrunning them? Do you think? Because it's no coincidence, guys, and I'll let it go after this. Both McLaren engines died. Both of the engines went out. They finished the race.
If Renault is not embarrassed that McLaren is running better than them, then they ought to be.
I'm wondering if they did the engines we were given, right? Because if you think about it, both Renault cars finished. Both of ours died. Guys.
Conspiracy theory alert!
I was just wondering. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Sainz's car never started back up in the pits. Then the final lap, Norris's engine died while both Renaults finished the race.
Do you like picture someone at Renault with?
Yes, I do. Because it's embarrassing.
And an evil cat and just going, "Whoa! I'd kill your engine."
I'm gonna tell you something. I can't even laugh at that because it's probably true. I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain something to you. I imagine someone saying, "We supply them with engines, and they are embarrassing us this season with our engine."
I mean, if we're gonna have that conversation, you're embarrassing yourselves.
Guys, let us know. Again, thanks again for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, thumbs up. Let us know your thoughts. This was a tough race for me. If I've seemed salty, I am. Both Renaults finished. I just want to put that out there again. Both Renault cars finished. Both McLarens.
Please
Engine
take
failure.
great note. We have graduated.
No crashes.
We have graduated from babyface. Both Renaults will finish. They will finish. I am betting you. They will finish. To being completely unhappy at the fact that they did finish. How things have changed.
Could you see my point of view though?
I'm
sure they can too.
I can see your point of view. I'm just simply pointing out how the table has turned.
She's enjoying this, obviously. That's okay. But again,
because you finally see my frustration with Renault. You finally see it.
First of all, your favorite team is Mercedes. Your second team is Red Bull. I don't want to talk to you about it. I just don't want to talk to you about it. You don't know the struggles I've gone through.
Yes, I do. Renault was supplying Red Bull last season.
Your favorite team was still Mercedes.
So, I was still completely flabbergasted. I love Danny Rick. I'm mad that I cannot see Danny Rick anywhere in a great battle because he joined Renault and now it's like he no longer exists. Don't tell me about my struggles with Renault. I've struggled with Renault longer than you. I'm glad you're finally joining my Renault misery boat.
I will say this, her Mercedes team has won the last 5 championships up to this point. And constructors as well. Some of my struggles. This race hit me hard. I couldn't believe it. Is it a conspiracy theory?
It is.
You guys let me know what you think. Both engine failures. But again, thanks for watching with us. We appreciate you. We'll see you next race. Babyface.
Peace.